morning, everybody, and welcome to a new vlog. It's been a bit, December, give or take. It is 11 o'clock, so my lunch time. The short version of why you haven't seen me is things are really crazy at work. They have been for probably 5-6 weeks now. I didn't intend to take as long of a break as I did, but it's really a matter of, I feel, again, and I know you guys, I'm just telling you how I feel. I feel like I don't have a ton to show you, A. And B, I feel like I struggle a little bit with having the energy to vlog in like a good place. Mentally is what I mean. So work has just been really, really crazy. And by the time I get to the end of the day, I'm just tapped. I've given everything that I have and I'm just tapped. So I'm trying to be better about that. I don't typically take a lunch or a break even. I will roll out here, grab something to eat, and then back in. So I stayed in my office really late last night because Bob was working late and got myself quasi caught up for the week. I am taking a half-a-day vacation on Friday because I have a hair appointment, and that was the only time I could get. So I wanted to get myself caught up on some things, so hopefully I can stay caught up throughout the week. Okay, having said all of that, let me just show you guys, by the way. It was spring yesterday. Today, it's winter. So, it was raining when I woke up, then sleet, and then turned into these really big flakes. If I have a chance, I took just a real quick, I don't know, 5-10 second video to send to a friend of mine that I'll insert here for you guys to see. I'll put my dish away here so that I can put you up so I can talk a little bit. What I'm doing right now on my lunch is Malpy has to go to a quilt show for Wilson because one of her employees that shares the shop hours with her and covers and stuff is gone for a couple months. She's retired, so she goes to Arizona for a couple months. So Wilson is short her other main person. So what that means is when there's a quilt show, Malpy has to go do that, which is Wilson's husband. So for those of you that haven't been around a little bit, I call most of my friends by their last name. It's just what I do. So anyway, the point of this is that Malpy said, hey, can you make some of those dipped cherry cookies for me to take to the show? It'll distract the people from me not knowing what I'm doing. And Malpy is great with like customers. He's been in sales the entirety of his career, and he's just really good in front of customers. He and I have similar personalities, and that's kind of where we thrive. So anyway, so he won't have any real issue, but I said, sure, I'll do that. But the quilt show is a week from this Friday and Saturday, so not here in a couple of days. So I'm going to make these and get them in the freezer because I'm in Ohio next week. So in the way of a continued sort of check-in here, I've been in Ohio, and it will be in the foreseeable future every other week. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, I did get a little bit of a promotion, which is nice, but it really is kind of keeping me at the needing to be there every other week sort of situation. So it just makes for life here being a little bit tricky. I'm either catching up from being gone or prepping to be gone, but it's okay. So that's the work stuff. Personal stuff. Bob was in North Dakota on his ice fishing trip that he goes on every year. And I'm chopping cherries while I'm talking to you, by the way. Maraschino cherries for the cookies. So while Bob was off ice fishing, it was one of those situations where the ground hadn't thawed. It poured rain all day long. I was out at the farm with Stephen and Mark having dinner with them, and thankfully didn't stay overnight or anything. We had talked about me possibly staying overnight, so I didn't have to drive or whatever. And I was like, it's fine. I'll have one one drink early in the night. It'll be fine. So, which is exactly what I did. And then typically I would leave to come home like 10:30, something like that. I'm just not a night owl. And I stayed a little bit longer. It was about 11:15. I was like, okay, you guys, I gotta go. So I feel like I keep stepping out of the frame as I'm moving along my cutting board here with my cherries. Anyway, so I came home a little bit later, and truthfully, thank goodness, because had I not done that, I might have been asleep and not have heard the sump pump. But I walked in and heard the sump pump the minute I walked in the door, and I was like, oh no. So I walked down to the basement. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, you already know this. I apologize for those of you that are hearing this twice. But anyway, I walked downstairs. It was not anywhere near as bad as last time. So that's the short version is I called my dad. I called Jamie, which is the church cutie's dad. And I called Stephen, where I had just left. And all three of them came. And my dad, God bless him, he had to preach the next day. He's at my house in the middle of the ding-dang night. So we just really had to get, it's a long story. There's a discussion about French drains. We're figuring it out. I'm just letting you guys know what's going on. Not looking for advice here. And only because it's just obviously a frustrating situation. So I'm just kind of filling you guys in. But the landscapers are coming next week or maybe Friday. They haven't decided yet. To talk about, what we could do, what we could grade. Do we need to put in an additional drain? Like all of those things. So that is currently in process. But they came over. Jamie was able to find the pipe to go to the sump pump hose to get it to go further away from the house because it was just kind of really coming back to the house, and then it just backed up into the window, blah, blah, blah. Hold on, you guys, I gotta rinse my hands here. So, we were able to get it stopped and get it, sucked up, wiped down, cleaned down, all of the things. I'm guessing within 3 to 4 hours of when it started. The water hadn't come all the way across the base. It was, fortunately, the area rug that I had down there sucked up a lot of the water. And it was mostly in the unfinished part of the basement, the storage part, and everything that's on the floor there, aside from a few things, is in plastic totes. So no issues there. I was able to, the LVP that we put down there, that vinyl planking, it's just glued onto concrete. So because of the fact that we sucked it up as fast as we did, none of those came up, and so the floor didn't have to come up. Otherwise, if it would have had to come up, we would have had to scrape all the glue off of each vinyl plank and stack them in the exact order in which they came up, so it could go back down like a puzzle. So, thankfully, that was not the case. I'm grabbing a thing for my chopped cherries here, as I was measuring as I go. I thought I heard my phone. Okay, sorry, I did hear my phone. I realize I should just not do that when I'm on lunch, but that's just not how I roll. Then I get behind and all the things. I am opening the other thing of cherries, by the way. I'm annoyed with myself that I bought the ones with the stem on because it just makes my job harder, but it's fine. And I saved the juice, by the way, because I put that in my Diet Coke and make it cherry Coke. So, what else? What else can I tell you? And then, so the other area where we had was in the bedroom. The carpet, just about a 2-foot area on the one side. We had to pull it back, toss the carpet pad, and then the company came in to dry it out. They had fans here. They had a dehumidifier, and so we lost a little drywall that our friend, Tom, that does, work like that. We will pay him to come handle that. So just a little drywall and, some carpet pad, obviously paint and whatnot, but it could have been so much worse. We are very lucky. It did not help my stress over it. I don't want to use the word PTSD because there are people that struggle hard with actual PTSD. So I don't want to use that word flippantly or that acronym flippantly. But I struggle. You guys know this, that I've struggled. So it's not going to help that. And now it's been raining here the past 3 days, and now with the snow and the melt again, and it's a little bit stressful for me, but it'll be okay. It is all good. So that's your catch up. I know that was kind of long, but I haven't been around since I think December. So I'm gonna go finish chopping up these cherries. And this is what I've learned I need to do. When I get to the end of the day, like I said, I'm just done. Like, I don't have anything in me to vlog, much less do things like bake cookies that I've promised I would bake. So I'm trying to do the things that make these cookies that would make making these cookies seem overwhelming at the end of the day. And that is that these particular ones, well, they're fairly simple. It's a little putsy. You got to chop up the cherries. You got to chop up white chocolate. Like, it's kind of a putsy situation. And because of that, like, I got to the end of the day yesterday, I was like, I just don't have it in me to do this. So I thought if I, during my lunch today, just chopped up the cherries and chopped up the chocolate, and then, later tonight, all I would have to do is put them together and bake them, If I baby-step my way through it, I'm hoping I will find it less overwhelming. So that's what's going on. I'm going to get to this. I'm going to get back to work, and I will check in with you guys later. If not today, I'm going to do my best to do at least little daily check-ins. Good morning, everybody. It is 5:30 on Thursday morning. Goodness gracious. I was just grabbing myself a piece of paper and a pen here to write down the couple of things I need at Walgreens before I forget. Okay. Did that. So yesterday, all that happened with the cookie baking was the prepping. So I am up and ready, and I'm going to see if I can't get these handled before work. I'm just doing a little laundry because I leave Sunday. I'm going to do our sheets and towels and stuff today, and then tomorrow I will do stuff that I need, that I want to make sure I have to pack if there's anything in there. So yeah, this is what I mean though. I get to the end of the day, like yesterday, and we had a couple meals where we have leftovers, obviously. So last night we were having leftover one-pot spaghetti, which is a recipe of Laura's that we make every once in a while, and Bob really likes it, so he had requested it. So he had that. He had church council meeting last night, and I just wasn't hungry because I didn't get to eat my lunch until almost 2 o'clock. So I said, well, just go ahead and heat up what you want, and then I'll just heat up mine later when I'm hungry. Never was. I had a bowl of cereal, and I was in bed. I was in bed by 8. So lame. And then I wasn't asleep, but he came home, I don't know, maybe 10 after 8 or something. It was a long meeting. And, we chatted a little bit, and then I went to sleep. But I'm not sleeping super well these days. I don't know if it's just lots on my mind or what's going on, but anyway. So I decided, it was like 4:30 and I couldn't sleep. So I got up, just handled a few sort of putsy things, got ready, and now I am working on getting these cookies done. So that's what's going on. I'm making myself some coffee, and I will check back in with you guys in a little bit. All right, guys. It is 9 o'clock, just about 8:53, and I just finished up 3 back-to-back Teams calls. It looks like there's something on the camera, but all right, I think I got it off. But before I got on those calls, I did, these are the first step anyway. These are called dipped cherry cookies or cherry dipped cookies, I don't know. But they're kind of like a shortbread with white chocolate and maraschino cherries. And then, here, I'll just show you. You want to screenshot the recipe. Probably have to blow it up as well. But then you dip half of the cookie in white chocolate. And then you can put like rainbow sprinkles on it. Or not rainbow. Red and white sprinkles on it if you want. I usually just, like sugar crystals, I mean. I usually just do some red ones. But that's going to have to happen tonight. That's so not happening today. Oh. I came out here to talk to you guys, show you the cookies, get up off of my behind, because for the last 2 hours, I've been sitting on calls. Honestly. Doesn't it drive you crazy when you have to, when somebody creates double work for you that was unnecessary? It's fine. And make myself coffee. That was the other thing I was going to do, but I left my coffee cup in there. I never did end up making any while I was making the cookies, so I'm only 1 cup in at 9 o'clock. It's dreary again today, and not as warm as I had hoped it was going to be. I was hoping the snow would all be gone by today. It, however, is not. Oops. So, yeah, so later I will dip these, and I don't know, if I can take lunch today, I will. I'm not sure what the chances of that are. Today, back-to-back days of taking a lunch, I don't think that's going to actually happen, but it could. Stranger things have happened, as my mother would say. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys. I really thought I would just say hello, get up and move myself a little bit. It's the biggest struggle I think I have these days is that when I look back to the days of working in the office, is that even though I was in the office, I was up a lot. Like, I'd run out to do this. I'd have to go put this in this person's office, or like whatever the reason. I would specifically get up every couple of hours, just switch hands here, and go to get water with a coworker. And I gotta stick you guys in here. Hold on just a second. So what I was just doing is smelling the new vanilla that I got in. This is the Nielsen Massey. So you guys, if you've watched a while, you know that typically I get vanilla. Did I end up? Oh, I didn't see it. Typically I get vanilla from some of the guys that Bob works with. Live in, like, their home is in Mexico. And so they'll get it for me, give it to him. Yeah, and then I bake them cookies as a thank you when they go home. But we bought some when I was there when we were there in June. And I can't explain. It just has almost a floral scent to it. This is the kind that I got. Not that it matters. I couldn't even attempt to say it. But it's not good. And it's funny because I noticed it right away. I noticed it just had a little bit of different taste. But I do think, I'm trying to think, no, I have not vlogged. This happened after Christmas. For those of you that don't follow me on Instagram, you don't know, I did get COVID. New Year's. Like New Year's Day I came down with it. It's just funny, after all the years of traveling in planes, I ended up getting it while I'm here. But ever since then, I just feel like something's off. You know, like maybe I don't smell things, or I don't taste things quite the same, or whatever the case may be. And so I kind of had chalked it up to that. But then Wilson, who has a very good palate, she can really taste, you can't get one by her, we always joke. She can really taste things within things. And I've got to put some cream in here. So back in the cupboard you guys go. She I made her some shortbread cookies because she wanted some. And she was like, oh. And she is not shy. She was like, oh, what? No, what's wrong? Why does this taste funny? So that we thought maybe the floralness was coming from the powdered sugar. We kind of had it's hard to explain. But anyway, long story short, we have chalked it up to being the vanilla. So I ordered some on Amazon. Boy, that was a really long story for really no apparent reason. But what are you going to do? This is what you get with my vlogs. Like it or don't, this is what you get. All right, on that note, I'm going to go have my cup of coffee, dig into all the things that didn't get done over the last 2 hours while I was on calls, and I'll chat with you. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday morning. So can you hear in my spice rack again? I am just, I gotta grab a bag. I'm just packing some stuff up here for my trip next week. I leave Sunday. I fly out at 7 in the morning. So I'm just making sure I have things handled. I have a hair appointment today. I like to go in with clean hair. You guys know that. So I just washed it this morning. But yeah, so I have like when I had COVID, I added extra supplements into my already full supplement routine. I added zinc, vitamin D, and elderberry because I had a friend that suggested that had been through it, whatever. Anyway, so I packed. They don't fit in my little. This is my supplement holder from Lug that I use. I have one for morning, one for nights. Riveting stuff, I realize. But anyway, so the two of these are gummies. The elderberry and the D is gummies, and they don't fit in there. So I just have them in a bag. And then I have all of my collagen, like one for each day, in there as well. So I just pack that up with my little things. So, you know what's weird though? Oh, I put the collagen away. What's weird with this particular, I use the Vital Proteins collagen, and what's weird is every other container I've used of it so far has just like melted right in, basically, for lack of a better term, into my coffee. And this particular container isn't doing that. I don't know the why behind that, but I've been using this little thing to mix it up. But you have to be careful because this has some power to it, this little this little thing, and so if you aren't careful, it's going to become splashing out of your cup. Alright. Completely random. Has anybody watched Windfall on Netflix? I mean, it's one of those movies where I can't decide if I liked it or if I wish I had those couple hours back in my life. You know what I mean? Anyway, what I do when I'm watching movies, if it's not like a sit down, watch it together with Bob sort of movie, is that I watch it over a period of a couple of days. I do feel like that kind of takes away maybe from the experience of the movie by the fact that I don't watch it straight through, but it was weird. In my opinion, it was like Pulp Fiction weird. I don't know. So, oof, my head is killing me today. Oh wait, hold on. I'm going to do these dishes and then I'll come back. Alright, so, I don't know if I said it's Friday. Happy Friday. And I am supposed to be working only half day today. And then I have a hair appointment. I feel like I probably talked about this. I just can't remember. So, put my coffee down in here. You guys, I'm so tired. Think, Kristin, think. Oh, I forgot to open my shade here. So, anyway, the guy that does landscaping for us, he did it at the old house, and he did it here as well. His name is Kyle. He and a friend of his that also does landscaping are coming over this morning at 8:30 after my morning meeting to kind of talk about what we're going to do in the backyard. What's the plan? Two are in the side yard back or whatever, just to make sure we never ever have a water issue again. So that's happening today. Need to see how many. Oh, good gracious. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I need to grab my coffee back out of my makeup room because I'm not putting makeup on right now. I mean, the length of my workday sometimes is... Anyway, so that's happening today. Just part of the reason why I'm not taking 5 minutes to put on makeup, because I want to be able to break away to go talk with them to see what their plan is and that sort of thing. So, and I really am hoping to leave here by 11, which is my half day. So, we'll see. I'll report back. But, yeah, my hair appointment is to cover the grays, which my roots are really showing. And have my extensions moved up. And I gotta run to Costco while I'm there. Possibly crumble cookies for tomorrow. I don't know. I got things to accomplish, but hopefully work lets me accomplish them.